Yo, what's up, world? It's your man Slim Jim Longfoot, aka the GOAT, King of America. Welcome to day 1942 of Diabetes and I, the daily vlog series that I do to show you how I combat this type 2 diabetes with the 1-2. You feel me? Yo, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and check out the other videos here, such as my product reviews, my how-to videos for YouTubers, my TV and movie reviews, my reactions, my video clips, my shorts, my live streams, my daily vlogs that you're watching right now, and last but not least, my art video series, GOAT 1408 TV, which is dropping a new episode today at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, episode 220, y'all. You feel me? Shout out to the members of the live chat crew. Most notable members includes Every Gabala the Greek Goddess, Sexy Trees 1408, Queen Candace, Michael Marshall, Life's Magical Journey, Wellness with Frugal Mama, and last but not least, my sis, the big sis of YouTube, Latanya Porter. Special consideration to my bro Johnny Quest Gaming, who co-hosts the Nerd Strip Club with me. If you ain't checked out our channel yet, what you waiting on? What you waiting on? What you waiting on? Go do that there. Go do that there. Go do that there. All right. And also shout out to the members of the 1408, which includes Life's Magical Journey, Detroit Soloist, Positive Crash Outs Vlogs, Queen's Alchemy, Pretty Heart Conquer, and last but not least, Sexy Trees 1408. If you yourself would like to be a member of the 1408, all you got to do is check out, you know what I'm saying, the tiers, see which tier works for you, see which level works for you, and make it do what it do from there. We got the Baby Goat 99-cent level, and we got the $9.99 Black Goat level. You feel me? And also, if you like to support Slim Jim Longfoot in other ways, check out the links in the description below, which includes the books I've written, the books I've drawn, the merchandise that I have, and last but not least, my sister's Cash App on behalf of my awesome niece Paris, who was shot on the 2nd of February back in 2022. Hashtag Paris Strong, hashtag Prayers for Paris, whether that's FOR or the number 4, Paris with 2 R's, y'all. And over here on my live studio audience on Instagram, press a 7 if y'all are still in the building. Press a 7 if y'all are still in the building. Dynamic Rodent actually asked any update on Paris. Been praying for her. I appreciate that. Gifford Roberts, the creator of the awesome series Dynamic Rodent, which I've reviewed all 3 issues on my podcast series here on YouTube, Indie Comics Review. Appreciate you for asking, bro. She is doing good, you know what I'm saying? She is, you know what I'm saying, doing amazing, man. Shout outs to my big niece, Pusha P, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to my big niece, my little niece, Dallas, her daughter, Dallas, aka Lou. Shout outs to her sons, Dexter and Drew. Dexter is loading up this year, class of 2026. You feel me? Senior year loading, you feel me? We got new beginnings over here in the building as well on Instagram. Kiana Fantanez, you dig, who is also a content creator here on YouTube. Most definitely appreciate y'all for, you know, sending your prayers and blessings. I appreciate y'all. Y'all got any questions over here, you know, on the Instagram, the live Instagram studio audience, you know what I'm saying, feel free to ask away as we venture off into this day, this 1942nd consecutive daily vlog that we've been doing since March the 4th of 2020. 5 years straight. 5 years of daily vlogs here in these YouTube streets, you feel me? As we continue to manifest greatness, maintain greatness, and motivate others to be great on that spiritual level, on that emotional level, on that mental level, on that physical level, on that financial level. That's how we get down with the get down, all day, every day, all day, zero hate. That's the 1408, baby. You feel me? GOAT Nation, stand up. Citizens of the GOAT Nation, stand up. We out here, baby. We out here. Getting ready to check my blood sugar. I check my blood sugar at least once a day, at the most 3 times a day, before breakfast, before lunch, and before dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get down. It is right now currently 11:41 a.m. as I record this daily vlog. I'm actually on here a little late today, but it's never really late though, because it's all divine timing. It wasn't meant for me to be on an hour or 2 hours earlier recording this, because, you know, I probably want to have Gifford and Kiana here in the Instagram live chat. So I gotta keep on telling y'all, everything is on divine timing, y'all. Everything is on divine timing when it comes to the manifestations of greatness, maintaining it, and then of course motivating others to be great. You feel me? That's how it all gets down with the get down. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. You feel me? That part. So we out here once again. Of course, we are counting down. You know what I'm saying? We are doing our pre-orders for the upcoming book Spectacular, which is coming soon. Spectacular is the story about a young woman who acquires the powers of a goddess and uses them to become a superhero. So we are doing pre-orders right now between now and July the 5th. Shout out to Gifford Roberts, who got his copy, you know what I'm saying, of Spectacular issue number 1. Pre-ordered his copy of Spectacular issue number 1. He said, very Calvinist of you. Very Calvinist indeed. Wait, who is Calvin? Y'all know Calvin? Oh yeah, I had an Uncle Calvin. True. I did. Yeah, he was a player. Yeah. I'm not a player. I don't want to be a player no more. Well, yeah, you got Scooby on that name it, wrote it. I think that's something I missed or forgot. Calvinist. Calvinist indeed. I got to do my research. You dig? So yeah, we out here, man. We are just making it do what it do and does what it does on this day 1942. Yo, it's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. Calvin from the Bible. See, that's why I ain't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I know the Bible, but then I don't know the Bible. Some things I know, some things I don't know. See, I need to look up Calvin in the Bible. I ain't even know it was a Calvin in the Bible. See what I'm saying? There's a Calvin in the Bible. See, that's new to me. Oh, we. See, that's how that's why I got y'all, because I learn stuff every day. You know what I'm saying? I should have learned that on my own long time ago, but I ain't even know it was a Calvin in the Bible. Dang, what book was that I missed? Dang. See, I gotta brush up on my Bible. Huh? That part. John Calvin, predestination Christian founder, Presbyterian. Oh, okay. Gotcha. See. If you don't know, you don't know. Oh, it's not a book. Okay, got you. See, I want to even know. So I'm gonna be doing my John Calvin research. See what he be talking about. See what he was talking about, I should say, because he was a predestination Christian founder, Presbyterian. Cool. Oh my God, that water's so good. Hold on for a minute. I got to take a pause for the cause. That water was so good just then. Drink y'all water if y'all don't drink y'all water. Drink y'all water. Oh my God, that's so good. That first sip of water of the day, especially after brushing your teeth, is so refreshing. It's so refreshing. You know what I'm saying? Brush your teeth, drink some water, you gonna feel like $1,000,000. You feel me? That part. All right, y'all. So what we gonna talk about today? Nothing much, really. You know, it's Friday. As I said earlier, episode 220 of GOAT 1408 TV is dropping today. That is episode 220, of course, with Lala. The amazing Lala is my muse on that episode, most definitely. Oh yeah, most definitely New Beginnings, aka Kiana Fontanes. She said, thank you for having me. Everyone have a great day. Thank God for another day, all day, every day. You dig? Yo, most definitely check out the art that I did for Kiana's aunt on my channel here. You can go check it out. It was for her 57th birthday. It was a remake of a drawing that was done by her late nephew, for her 55th birthday, and I did a homage to that drawing. He drew a picture of her looking out at the mountains, and I did basically the opposite side of it, the flip side of it, of her facing the audience, her facing the viewer, with the horizon and everything behind her. So he did the flip side of her from the back looking out, and I did it from the front side with her. So that was an awesome tribute that I was commissioned for. Shout outs once again to Kiana Fontanes on that commission there. With that being said, you know what I'm saying, we continuing to make it do what it do and does what it does. Dynamic Rodent says, simplifying Calvin, everything is in God's hands and we've no choice. True that. We got no choice, but at the same time we do have a choice. It's a funny thing about that because God gave us a choice to do whatever, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you got to go back to God with it. You feel me? You got to go back to God with it. So, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to all the things that you want to acquire in life, the things that you pray for, that you want and you need, you know what I'm saying, you give it to God and it's coming to you. You feel me? It's going to come to you. It's going to come to you straight up. Yeah, Kiana said you did the reverse. Yes, that was beautiful. Most definitely you did. And you know, that's what, you know, a lot of things are all about. You know, it's all about seizing the day. It's all about manifesting that greatness and maintaining it. You know what I'm saying? Because we are all children of God and we have God within us. And the moment that you realize that, that's the moment that your life is going to change for the better. Or it could change for the worse. It's all up to you on which way you choose to use your power. You choose to use your power in which way you know what I'm saying, gonna go with it. And hopefully, I would like to think that everybody, once they realize they have this divine gift within them, that they want to make their world better. They want to make the world better for themselves. They want to make the world better for the people around them that they love. And that's what it is. You know, some people, hey, just like there are angels, there are demons as well. So, you know, it's either or. It's either or. How do you choose to use your power? You know what I'm saying? If everybody had the power of Superman, would everybody use it to do good? You know, that's like the number one question. Like, would you if you had the powers of Superman, would you save people, or would you just be selfish with it and just do whatever, just take over the world or some crazy stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to do that? I ain't got time, man. Shoot, I ain't got time to be no world conqueror. I'm good on that. That's too much work. Like, shoot, I gotta keep all y'all in line. No, I ain't got time for that. Everybody plotting on me every day. Nope, I ain't got time. You know, I ain't got time. You know, I'd rather just daggone continue to be me and to the best of my ability. That part. With that being said, we checked our blood sugar. We checked the blood sugar. The blood sugar is blooding. You know what I'm saying? And we are about to now do this thing we call the shout out. Hey, shout out. Hey. It's time for the shout outs, baby. It's time for the shout outs, baby. For those who are new here, of course, we do these shout outs each and every day. You know what I'm saying? If you left any comments on my videos that I dropped yesterday, you getting shouted out today. That's how we do around these parts. Dynamic Rodent, he said, Calvin believed you were either born already predestined to be saved and go to heaven, or born predestined to go to hell. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing of predestination, you know what I'm saying? Is your life already, you know, predestined to be what it's going to be no matter what you do? You know what I'm saying? Like Judas the betrayer, like, was he always destined to betray Christ? You know what I'm saying? With that thoughts in mind, he you know, people say, you know, Judas betrayed Christ, but that was his role all along, to betray Christ. You know what I'm saying? That was his role in his life as that you know, disciple. You know what I'm saying? It was Jesus and the 12 disciples, and all that's 13. You know what I'm saying? Consider that a lucky number or unlucky number, whichever way you want to call it. But Jesus plus his 12 disciples, that was 13 in all. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so you look at that as a righteous number. But then some people would say, well, you know, Judas betrayed Christ, so that was unlucky. But that was the mission. That was the mission, to do that. Not saying that he went in saying, yeah, I'm gonna betray Jesus. That wasn't like he went in to do that. But Was it predestined? Was it ordained? Was it a divine move that was made to, hey, you was going to do this so Jesus could do this, you know what I'm saying, sacrifice himself for the sins of all mankind? You know what I'm saying? Hey, those are questions. Those are questions that, you know, guess we just have to ask the big one when we see them. You know what I'm saying? If you see them, if you ain't already predestined to go to hell. You feel me? So that part. Oh yeah, most definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I thought of, you know, years ago. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember if it was just a thought that came to me off the top. But most definitely, you know, when I first started thinking on that level, it was like, like if Judas hadn't did what he did, then all of this wouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when what was going to trigger the point of the trial, the crucifixion, and, you know, him, you know, sacrificing, putting the sins of all mankind on him to be, you know, crucified and die for our sins. You know, when would that have happened if, you know, those events didn't happen the way they happened? You know, and so those are things to look at on that tip. You know, most definitely. See what happened when we have live Instagram studio audience. You know what I'm saying? We get some, you know, some things popping up on here with the philosophical and the biblical and the spiritual. You know what I'm saying? You know, these are the levels of greatness that we appear to. You know what I'm saying? And that we could be predestined for. Are you already predestined for greatness, or are you predestined for failure? Either way it go, regardless of which one it is, you know, you have the decision to make the decision either or. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you ain't got no money. Either you gonna work harder to obtain money, or you gonna take the bad way out and go take from somebody else. Are you gonna get yours, or you gonna take from somebody? Those are your choices. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna get it yourself, or you gonna take it. And taking it ain't no type of good, because you try to go for the wrong person, and then you gonna end up getting taken. So that part. Shout out to Grace Gorgeous. I see she live right now. Letting her know I'm passing through. And now let's see here. Now we about to go ahead and shout out these people who was here yesterday. Who was here yesterday on the what we had yesterday? We had live in 2025 day 177. Let's see who was in the building for that. We had no comments in the regular comment section, but we had in the live chat. Who was in the live chat? Who was in the live chat? We had in the building. Jared Talks was in the house. Pretty Heart Conquer was in the building. Juicy and Raw with Lala was in the house. Estrella Garcia, UNAT 2005 Productions, UNAT M was in the building. Nick Swint was in the building. Shout out to Nick Swint dropping off that 199 in the building. Let's see who else was in the building. Life's Magical Journey was in the building. We scrolling. Let's see. Let me go back to the Positive Crash Outs Vlogs was in the building. Who else was in the building? Jeffrey W was in the building. Allison Mapp was in the building. Let's see. We still scrolling, y'all. Fit and Flexy with Lala was in the building. Motherhood Influencer was in the house. Who else was in the building? Let's see. Let's see. We still scrolling, y'all. We still scrolling. Junat 2000, I already said him. Joe 2005 Productions. Joe Miller was in the building. Estrella Garcia. Junat Manzour. Aiden Logos. Who else was in the building? Wellness with Frugal Mama was in the house. Miss Chrissy to You was in the building. Johnny Quest Gaming was in the building. Shout out to Johnny Quest Gaming for sliding through. Let's see. Tracy's Local Learnings was in the building. And that was it. Let's see. Would be great if he did a Bible study stream. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Hey, Johnny Quest. Speaking of Johnny Quest Gaming, Johnny Quest Gaming, Johnny Quest 4980 is in the house over on Instagram. Hey, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. If y'all are in the building, press a 7. Press a 7. Y'all are in the building, press a 7. That sounds like that'd be pretty good, Dynamic Rodent. You know what I'm saying? I might consider doing that one of these days. I might consider doing that. You know what I'm saying? Get my study on, and you know what I'm saying, display it on the live. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thought to have. It's a good thought to have, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? I might get my study on, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't no preacher, man. I just be out here, man. I just be out here. But it's a good thought. It's a good thought. One of these days I might have to brush up on the B-Build. You feel me? Basic instructions before leaving Earth. You dig? Most definitely. Let's see. Shorts. We ain't got no new shorts from yesterday. Videos. We dropped yesterday was day 1941. Let's see, in the regular comment sections, we got Latanya Porter saying, hey bro, what's up, sis? What it do though? And Pretty Hard Conquer with the shark face, did the shark face, like, oh, you feel me, with your boy face up there. Shout out to Pretty Hard Conquer. Shout out to Latanya Porter, who currently has 112 subscribers with content like no other, because she has no content, you dig. And Pretty Hard Conquer, who did her first live stream this morning, y'all. She is at 80 subscribers, y'all. 80 subscribers that counted. Shout out to Pretty Hard Conquer, you dig. Most definitely. Let's see who was here for the live chat. Detroit Soloist was in the building. Queen's Alchemy was in the house. Who else was in the building? We had We had trying to scroll back. Hold on for a sec. Trying to scroll back. Let's see. Trying to scroll back. Alright. Trying to scroll back, y'all. Let's see. Why is this thing being so difficult? Come on, iPad. I hate iPads. I hate stuff, period. But I'm trying to learn to love it because, you know, I got it, so I gotta love it. Okay, here we go. Juicy and Raw with Lala Nutrition was in the building. Lisa's Got Style was in the house. Oh, did she change her name? Yeah, because she used to be Plant-Based Nutrition. Now it's just Nutrition. Okay. Lisa's Got Style was in the building. Pretty Hard Conquer was in the building. Life's Magical Journey was in the house. Who else was in the building? Let's see. Positive Crash House Vlogs was in the building. We was loaded yesterday, man. We was loaded. You did. Estrella Garcia was in the building yesterday. Who else was in the building? Latanya Porter was in the house. Big Sis of YouTube was in the building. And that was it. That was everybody who was in the building yesterday. I appreciate all y'all being up in the building, most definitely. Dynamic Rodent, he said Martin Luther's viewpoint was we all are part of the priesthood of believers. I dig that. Martin Luther, y'all, who of course he was a Protestant. Was he a Protestant, or am I mistaken? I be forgetting Protestant. No, he was a Protestant because he wasn't a Catholic. That was back in the 1500s. If that name, of course, sounds familiar to y'all who are unaware, you know, Martin Luther, that was the name that Martin Luther King Sr., of course, based his name off of. Martin Luther, you know, renamed himself, you know, Martin Luther King Sr., and of course, renaming his son, Jr., Martin Luther King Jr. You know, they were both born Michael King originally, for those that didn't know. So yeah, man. Yeah, the first Protestant. Thank you, Dynamic Rodent. The first Protestant. And so that was it. That was it on everybody who was here for day 1941, y'all. For day 1941. And of course, as y'all know, the daily vlogs coincide with the years of the 20th century now. And so with that being said, we are now going to see what happened in the year 1942. Off the top of my head, I can already tell you the last president that we had was born in 1942, who was the first and only president from the silent generation. Wait, is it the silent generation he was in? Yeah. No, not the silent generation. Or was it the silent generation? Because I'm trying to remember who was the generation after the greatest generation. I think that is the silent generation. Yeah, they do call them the silent generation, which is weird because most of those people were the ones who kicked up the most fuss, you know what I'm saying, during the era that the baby boomers were coming of age. Because, you know, the baby boomers, of course, though, that's my generation. That's my parents' generation, the baby boomers. But, Joe Biden, who was born in 1942, he's the only president from the silent generation. No, he's the first and only president from the silent generation, because we're not going to have no president from the silent generation after our current one, because, you know, that would mean that they would be as old or older than Joe Biden. And, yeah. That's a wrap on that. You know what I'm saying? The generation right before the baby boomers, they only had one president of the United States, and that was Joe Biden. All the other presidents that we had in the past 30 plus years have been baby boomers, you know, starting with Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was the first baby boomer president. Then you had W. Then you had Obama, who was a late baby boomer president. Then you had the guy after him, who is the current guy, who is a baby boomer as well. Then you had Joe Biden, who is from the generation before, even though he's only 4 years older, but still, you know, that's still before the baby boomers. But yeah, so he was born in 1942, and let's see what else happened in the history of 1942. 1942 history. So, of course, you know, this was during the era of World War II. So, and we see here, it says 1942 is a pivotal year in World War II, marking a turning point in the conflict. While the early part of the year saw continued Axis advances, the latter half witnessed significant Allied victories and a shift in momentum. Key events included the Battle of Midway, a decisive American victory in the Pacific, and the Battle of El Alamein, and Stalingrad, where Allied and Soviet forces began pushing back against Axis forces in North Africa and Eastern Europe, respectively. You know, you had Japanese expansion in 1942 began with Japan continuing its rapid expansion throughout the Pacific, capturing vast territories and resources. Of course, as I mentioned, the Battle of Midway. Of course, the H went down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was born in 46. He was born in 46 because his birthday comes before Joe Biden's birthday this year. So Trump's birthday is next month in July. So so Biden was three years old, going on 4 when Trump was born. So because he was born in 42, Biden was born in 42, Trump in 46, the same year as Bush and Clinton, W. Bush and Clinton. All three of them born the same year in 46. What was I about to say? The H word, happened around that time, during that time as well. Y'all know the H word, we ain't gonna mention on here the mass culling, I should say, of people in that region. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, that part. So a lot of stuff was going on around 1942, a lot of crazy stuff. But if you know of anything else that was going on that year, if I'm not mistaken, that was the same year that Casablanca came out. I believe Casablanca came out in 1942, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Casablanca did come out in 1942. Wonder Woman, she debuted in 1942 as well. The amazing superhero Wonder Woman. That part, one of the first great women superheroes, most definitely. Wonder Woman created by the same man who created the lie detector, just in case y'all didn't know, which is one of the major reasons why her rope, her lasso, you know what I'm saying, is able to, you know, make men tell the truth. Like, where was you at last night? You dig that part. Anyways, I ain't about to hold y'all up much longer, YouTube. Y'all already know the vibes. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I thank y'all for sliding through, you know what I'm saying, bringing some of your precious time over here, because time is precious on every level. And any minute that you spend time with your boy, I appreciate it. That goes for y'all, my live studio Instagram audience as well. I appreciate y'all, man. Blessings to y'all. Blessings to y'all. Keep on doing what you do. Keep on making it do what it do and does what it does, as we continue to manifest greatness, maintain greatness, and motivate others to be great. Can you do that for your boy? Can you do that for your boy? I know you can. Video, playlist, watch them all, alright? One love.